Hey tubers, Bart coming at you. Long time no see. It's Monday. Be sure to hydrate. I feel like I've said this the last couple times I've had videos, but I got a big old stack because it's been too long. I'm still waiting on one good one. So there's only one big boy in here. And then, as per my usual, if I get a big boy, I lick wounds by picking up small ones because I feel a little guilty for picking a big one. So, let's start out with the raws, and we'll go from there. Joey Meneses, there we go. All-Star Cup, this is the gold foil. It was, $1 or something like that. You pay more in shipping than you do for the card. All-Star Cup, he came in with just a fire last year. Limited games, 10 homers, 31 RBI type stuff. 13 homers and 34 RBI. Has not been doing that well this year, especially not the homers. He had like 2 home runs about right before the All-Star break, and then all of a sudden he hit like 3 in 2 games, and then another one a couple games later just to start making it a little respectable. But decent average and stuff. He's our DH, but love me some All-Star Cups. Gold Sapphire Nelson Cruz from last year. Those are out of 50. Not necessarily doing team set per se, but I have picked up a lot of those of the Nationals from last year. Our one All-Star guy this year, Josiah Gray. This is the Heritage Refractor out of 373. It's pretty cool that he did make the All-Star because he was doing very well. His record didn't reflect it. When he got picked up for the All-Star game, he was 6-6, and then immediately lost 2 games in a row. He just won one yesterday, the day before yesterday, and so he's back to 7-8 with a decent, 3.5. But if he was getting run support in a couple of those games, because his ERA was garbage at the beginning, like 2-3 games into it, but really settled in, and then just wasn't getting run support. So where he should have been, 3-3 or something like that, he was 1-5 to start, and he's had a couple of games like that before where he just wasn't getting the support, but doing very well. So happy to have that one of that guy. Another Nelson Cruz. They added him to the PSA set registry for future Hall of Famers. I'm not necessarily saying he is a Hall of Famer, but he's on the cusp. And now, if Harold Baines gets in, who knows who they'll let in a couple years type of stuff. So, I wanted to look around and see if there were some decent cards of his in the Nationals that I wanted to add to the PC for long-term posterity. So that's that. Buckle up, here comes some Niners. There's another one. Friend to influence. Buddy started talking about Deion Sanders cards and stuff, and then let me look, see what's posted since the last time I went hunting for Deion Sanders. Love Deion's from late 94 and then a 95 season when he's in Niners uni. A little disappointed in this one. This one just showed up today. Phenomenal corners, especially on the back for a card like that where you would expect to see chipping, but distorted edge on the top over there, and then another little teeny one right there. So I'll have to look at that because I don't think it's the pattern. Well, that one might be the pattern. I'll have to look at it a little closer and see if there's an actual wave in the card itself. But otherwise, a very sharp card for the year and everything, which is rare. Because I'm taking a gamble on these, $2 or something like that, and see what we get. And this one is in great shape as well, which you really wouldn't expect this. But I guess for a die cut, even in 95, you knew you were hitting something. So that's Collector's Edge Black Label die cut. Not the best picture and everything, but pretty cool. This is one I'll have to add to my kids' PC. Christian McCaffrey out of Obsidian from 22. I get all the rookies of the Niners slabbed up in Obsidian. It just looks real mean with just a string of black silhouetted shiny pictures and stuff like that. And then any vets, if they didn't have a rookie, then I popped that one. So I got the Christian McCaffrey. These are low print even in the base. But that one is very off-center, top to bottom. It's one of those ones where, like, it's on eBay with a picture like this, so you hope for the best, and it came a little too far OC to even attempt. Because there's no chance at a 10, which means a 9 at best, and if they find something you missed, then that's going to be a card you don't want graded. Speaking of not gradable, these are a little bit thicker, and I love this design, though. Shout out to old 90s insert Pacific Invincible, but got the Christian McCaffrey, and these are the silver ones out of 50, and got the Debo out of 50 as well. So both thick cards, so they've got some loving in corners and stuff like that, because they just take a little bit faster of a beating in packs and things. So I guess those will be magnetics someday, and I'll string together potentially on display the actual era of those, but really like those cards. Always getting after the gold press proofs, either from Donruss or Optic. Optics are much better, but the Donrusses are cool too. Color match, so those are out of 50. There's a press proof gold, and then there's press proof premium gold. Actually, there's a press proof that just shows up gold. They can just call it a press proof, and then there's a premium gold out of 50. So if you're looking those up, make sure that you're getting the one out of 50, because the ones that are just plain old gold are not rare. A flawless edition, Charles Haley. These are pretty cool. Out of 25. I think there's a couple of them. I've got the Ricky Jackson already, and no, I think this is the second one, but there's a Mike Singletary where he's like the coach in one, and then the Bears linebacker in another one. I saw Deion Sanders the other day, went stupid money, but he had a Niners uni on and somebody else's uni. I saw Steve Young as well. I don't know if I'll get some of those higher end ones, but these guys that you wouldn't necessarily recognize as Niners guys, but big Hall of Famers and stuff like that. Really like that design where you kind of get to see their before and afters of, you know, uniforms and stuff like that. Speaking of autos, I like the flat white ones, but they're doing some different ones here and there, so I'm getting the periphery pieces just in case I decide to go get some big boys someday. So there's the Rathman from 24, the Romanowski from 23, and the Charles Haley from 23 as well. This one I think had two corners that were suspect, yeah. So shame there, but the Bosa fourth down version from Zenith out of 25. Nice clean, but I will not pay a premium for any of these types of inserts just because I know, you know, the goal is to get it graded. It's awesome to have nice raw cards, don't get me wrong, but the raw ones usually end up in a box a little bit more often, where the nice ones end up getting on display. But I pursue the inserts now out of 50. I used to be a lot more about the base, but out of 50, and then I'll dabble in the 25s. But out of 50, you can find good deals, and you can find all of the players that you're looking for. We're out of 25s. I mean, you got to be sharking it all the time looking for those cards. Thought I had something awesome with this one. This is the 22K Collector's Edge Dion out of 95. Perfect corners and everything like that. And then a couple anomalies. So when I pulled it out, and it's a scuffed up top loader like all get out, but surface scratches, like a damn cat went after it, but it's just hard to see in the top loader. But even weirder, this is a giant card. So it's I tried to put it in a fresh top loader, and a new penny sleeve didn't even fit on it, and it wasn't trying to go in the top loader I was trying to put it in very well. No, it was just a penny sleeve. I didn't even bother with a new top loader. But it is about almost a quarter of an inch on one direction larger. I don't know if I can show that. And then it's taller as well. But I was real surprised by that. And it's another set that I didn't know that they were oversized. A couple more raws and then we get to the slabs. But it's a big old pile. And I've been trying to find a window of time to do these videos, and it has been not working well. The wife just snuck off to some fitness class or something like that, so I'm taking my opportunity. These X's and O's from Optic, these are awesome. Got one more to get of these, but I got the Fred Warner at a 50, and that's the orange. And I'm not a big orange insert guy, but oranges were common in the original inserts. That's kind of what they look like, so I'll be able to get those to match at some point. But I found all of these in nice condition. Again, out of 50, there's the Montana. And these are crazy because if you find one at auction, you can win it for $8. Otherwise, somebody's going to list it for $99.99 or something ridiculous. And then there's the Rice. So got to get the Nick Bosa. And that will be the 4-card set for the Niners there. And then always love these. And these are in card savers because these are all submission worthy. From Absolute 22, the gold stars. Let's see if we can get some justice. There we go. We got some sparkle in there. These are just tremendous up close. Hang on, buddy. I'll be out in a minute. Always got a kid knocking on the door, right? I'm sure that one. That one's this year. Last year's from 21. There's the Debo gold stars. And if you can see, the stars are smaller and they go around and around and around. These are out of 25. If you've got guys in your set, especially 49ers because it's got the color match, ridiculously nice insert. Got a baseball one in here. I'm really happy about this one. Max Scherzer, Atomic Auto from 15 Bowman's Best. And that is out of 50. Look at that thing. Can't wait to have that in a slab someday. Ain't gonna be anytime soon. I leave for a year next week. Hope to figure out how to still produce content from there. I'm gonna get good at editing and try to use just like PowerPoint and bring in pictures of cards and stuff like that, talk about them or something like that, because I don't want to go a year without making videos. But I'm not going to be making pickups and getting them shipped away out to where I'll be. But one more Donruss gold out of 50, the press proof, and then slabs. Finally got me a Brock Purdy that they came down to something reasonable. PSA 10. I'm an Allen and Ginter rookie fan for the Nats PC, so I got the Josiah Gray. Stupid cheap. That person lost money on that. Got the Vaughn Miller, future Hall of Famer, PSA 10. Been waiting for that to pop up. This one popped up at a bin, and then there was an auction that popped up. I bid on the auction, but then I was like, nah, screw it. Let me just go get the bin. And for the win, because the auction ended up going $15-20 higher than that one, so that was cool. Had a 9, slabbed it myself, but Brandon Ayuk got the PSA 10. Happy with that. Cheaper than I could have graded it myself. As Shohei Madness is happening, I have his 2019 Topps number, I think 600, which is him pitching with an All-Star Cup, and now I got the hitting one. He's got 2 in that set, so pretty cool. Save that for last, and then I got a ticket. Oh, forgot about this. I got 2 tickets. One of them was amazing. It was Jerry Rice touchdown reception record game. Auto 10. Ticket VG3, best graded ever, highest pop, whatever, lowest pop, whatever. Pop 1, none higher. That's what I'm looking for. I'm getting frustrated just talking about it. Says it was delivered, never showed up my house. $200 out the window, but I would have paid more for that thing. I got lucky with the win. And so, kind of a grail type ticket almost. And definitely something that belongs in a Rice PC like that. Did not show up. But when I was looking for that ticket, I started looking at other tickets, and I also got this one a couple days later. And so this is catch number 2 from Terrell Owens. San Francisco beat Green Bay in the playoffs in the 1998 NFC divisional playoff, which was actually January 3rd, 99. So got that. That's just a good 2. Tough card, or tough ticket. And it's just because it's got a crease there and it's a little faded up here, but it's the stub. I love me the stubs because that means it was used. It's real to me. I like that piece of it. So happy to add that. But I will always think of the Rice ticket that did not show up when I look at that thing. And then last but not least, if you stuck with me for 15 minutes, had some good news on the work front as far as promotion goes and everything. Pretty excited about it. Wanted to treat myself a little bit. Didn't think I was going to go quite this big because I had already been helping myself out this spring with some cards. But pretty happy with this. So you got me the 56 Mickey. PSA 2. The old hollow version. And really happy with it. Sharp. A little off top to bottom, but other than that, great looking card. So that's what I got for you. I got a bunch of kids knocking at the door. You know, they lasted 15 minutes, so I'll take that for a win. But that's what I got for you in a big old mail day. To grade someday pile is getting massive, but ain't grading anytime soon. My hope is in a year when I come back, bulk is like $15 or something, and then I can actually figure that out. Because it's just not worth the risk to try to get, you know, maybe 9s and 10s on $25 a card. You have to get absolute 10s or you're just losing your ass. And I don't like doing that, so I'm waiting. We'll see how it goes. But until next time, thanks again for watching. Later.